as time winds down, we approach the beginning of the quarterfinals here in the Rock Invitational. This is the Broward Panthers taking on the Meadville Thunder. The Thunder going 0-3, having the 4th seed in the bracket. The Panthers going without a loss in day number 1, placing them first. The team with the best record plays the team with the worst record here in the quarterfinals. The team that wins gets promised a spot into the semifinals. Who they will play is still yet to be determined. And so we'll throw it over to Scott Toth to give us a little pregame.
Good morning, and welcome to day number 2 of the Rock Invitational. We're going to get our first match started double elimination today between the Thunder from Meadville and the Panthers this morning. We're going to get started with the day with the word of prayer and then get the match underway. Lord, we thank you again for today. We thank you for the nice rest that you gave us. Once again, I want to pray for these teams today. I pray that you keep these young ladies from injury. And once again, wisdom for the coaches and the referees and the line judges. And Lord, again, I pray that this is a great day. We see the sun rising out there. I know it's cold this morning. And Father, another season that we're going through, an adjustment. But we thank you for the creation you blessed us with. And we thank you for the opportunity to enjoy it. I pray that you guide and direct us throughout our day. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Is that it? All right, well, let's kick off day number 2. Panthers on the right, Thunder on the left. As usual. Near side line judge, Jacob Good. And on the far side is Isaac Hendricks.
Nice.
I'll make it real easy for you.
Last game of yesterday, the Thunder playing against the Harvest Huskies. Harvest Huskies not having a win going into that game. Found themselves to crack their egg and place 3rd overall. So they will be playing next up against the Heritage Patriots. The Thunder will be the ones starting off with the service. They're looking good to go in this best of 3 series in a quest for the cup. The trophy. I don't know what do we have? What is this considered? Anyway, and they're sending that one up and over. Martha with the receiving touch. Katrina from the back line tries to dig this one back out. Elisa there with the over the shoulder. Sierra with the receiving touch with underside. Sophia throws his far side. Cheyenne with the attack. Not able to keep that one in bounds. And the beast is untamed. And just pick up the first point of day 2. Juliana Tother sending it up and over. Cheyenne receives that one back to the setter. Sophia up to Charity. Shot goes into the backfield and out of bounds. Panthers now lead 2-0. Juliana there, sending that one right down center avenue. So Sierra finding Sophie off to the side. Cheyenne there with a nice attack. Nice, but a better save by Juliana. Back line set up and across by Katrina. Anna from the back line finding its way forward. Sophia off to the middle. Stopped over by Georgia. Katrina there receiving that one. Elisa back set over to Monica. That'll be cut up and across. And to the front line, up against the netting. Sophia banks it off the netting. Not able to find the teammate Georgia, and that one falls short and will be rewarded to the Panthers. Juliana Toth with a nice service near side. Anna there receiving that one quite nicely. Set goes far side. Cheyenne with the attack goes off Cassandra. Martha from the back line finds Elisa. 3rd touch by Cassandra. And that'll be into the back line. Inbounds. Panthers now at 4. Juliana with her 4th service. Sending out one up and over. Back line. Sierra gets a hand. Sophia straight up. Charity there with the attack. Juliana diving for that one. Gets that one to Elisa. Throws over to Cassandra far side. Slap comes down. Let go. Out of bounds. Georgia service, not quite what she expected. And that one falls short. Panthers now lead 5-1. Cami Coleman here to serve it. Sends that one up and over. Georgia getting a hand on that one. Throws that one forward. Sophia off to the far side. Cheyenne, they're able to get enough mustard. And Lisa returning that one. Cheyenne once again with it now. And able to find a gap in the Panthers defense and will claim the points. Charity service off the near side. Diving play by Katrina. Finds Elisa. Dumps that one off to the Thunder zone. Cheyenne able to find Charity. Then to Sophia. Slaps that one to the back line. Out of bounds by about 3 feet. Four-point difference. Elisa service received by Anna. Throws that front side. Charity off to the far. Sophia with a nice attack past the block. Goes off Monica. Goes off Coleman. Finalizer by Juliana. Not able to make it over. What was considerably close, considering the series of events that just transpired. Sophia here going to serve this, or Cheyenne going to serve this one up. It's still early. It's too early for me to do commentary. Nice return, but will be stuffed back down, but is indeed out of bounds off Sierra. Monica service up and over. Georgia receives that one, throws it to the Panthers side. Outside the candy canes and deemed out of bounds. The Panthers now lead 8-3. Monica service goes near side. Cheyenne receives that one. Charity throws this one near side. Sierra there with the attack. Martha with the first. Monica there with secondary, returning that one. Cheyenne throws it up against the netting. Charity not able to read that one, and that one's dumped down. Monica there serving it up and over, down far side, and into the middle. Charity getting a hand on that one, but Katrina caught, maybe? Katrina caught in the net, gives the Thunder their point, forfeiting that one. So with a nice attack, or a nice service, a little too far gone. You gotta give me a game to warm up. It's still 8, 9 in the morning. I'm a little hazy from last night. Cheyenne getting that one back into the fray. Anna there with the sidearm, able to complete that. Monica finding Katrina, throws this near side. Juliana there with the attack, throws it one towards the back, but Cheyenne ready for that one. Charity here with the set. Finding Anna, that will be slapped over near side, goes off Juliana and into the backfield and out of bounds off the defense. The Thunder will pick up point number 5. Service up and over right down the middle. Coleman able to get that up and over the netting. Returned by Georgia. Having played by Juliana. Katrina here bumping that one back to Cassandra. Set up and across. Sierra there diving. Charity with the secondary. Up towards the netting. Completed. But they're going to call Sophia in the netting. So the Panthers will pick up the point at the end of the day. Panthers now up 11-5. They're sending it up and over, line drive. And returned by Sierra. Cassandra there returning that favor. Goes off Georgia off to the far side. No one there for the secondary. And that'll hit the floor. Panthers now up 12-5. Junior there with a nice service. Hits the top white border of the netting and does not pass go. Thunder picking up point number 6. Service by Anna. Katrina from the back line finds Elisa. Sets far side. Tother tipping that one past the block and will score. South service down the middle. On off to the far side. Sophia keeps this one going. Cheyenne there with the bump. Complete set to the Panthers side. Katrina finding Elisa, throws far side. Cassandra here with the attack. Goes off the tip of Cheyenne. Cheyenne keeps this one going with the first. Secondary touch by Sophia. Completes it to the Panthers. Back set by Elisa. Over to Monica. Sends that one over to the black zone. Hits that netting. Sophia off to Georgia. Completes it. Set goes near side. Monica there with the attack to the back line. Sierra retrieves that. Finds Sophia. Thrown over near side. Charity there with a nice attack. Joanne in the backfield. Elisa off to the far side. Cassandra here with the boomer. Keeps this one going to Sierra. Cheyenne into the middle. Sophia tips that one past the block of Elisa. And Martha not quite able to get underneath that one. And the Thunder keep this one close. Substitution is made. Number 16, Laurel, coming on for number 5, Georgia. Underhand service up and over from the back line. Martha gets that one over to Elisa, but a difficult angle to hit. And that one falls into the netting, then promptly the floor. Laurel service up and over. Cassandra gets that one forward. Elisa getting a hand on that one back to Katrina. Sends up and over. Laurel getting that one towards the netting, not able to find the setter with it. And so the Panthers will pick up the point as it falls short of the netting. 8-14 now the score. Panthers lead. Service down the middle, kept alive, and returned into the netting by Laurel, and that's a difficult scenario for Sophie to recover from, as the ball is a little unpredictable whenever it goes into the netting. Same to service, up and over. Laurel there returning out to the Panthers side. Monica able to find Elisa, back over to Monica. Slap comes up and over, past the block, goes off and in. The back line kept alive by Laurel. Third touch by Sophia is returned. Katrina to Elisa. Back to Martha. Impossible angle, able to complete it. Sophia retrieving that one. Sierra giving that one back to the near side. Here's Charity getting it over to the Panther side. Tipping battle, able to bring this one Panther way. But they're going to call Elisa Armour in the net, so the Thunder will pick up point number 8. They called Sierra in the net. Alright. Second play by Charity to the front line. Sophia back to Cheyenne. Slaps from the back line. Able to keep this one going is Martha. Elisa near side to Monica. Slaps this one to the back line. Anna there receiving that one. Sophia up into the air. Cheyenne with the over the shoulder. Monica keeping this one alive. Elisa with the one-arm bump far side. Martha there to complete that play. And then from the back line of the Thunder finds Sophia to Sierra. Slaps this one down deep Panther field. Kept alive by Cassandra, finding Elisa. Throws it over far side. Slapped over by Martha. Down inbounds. Panthers now lead 17-8 here in game number 1. Cassandra service up and over, diving play by Charity, able to get that one up into the air. Sophia able to back set that one over to Cheyenne, but Cheyenne backpedaling, not able to get the momentum she needed for the spike, and that one falls short of the netting. 10 points now the difference. Cassandra with a nice service down the middle, kept alive by Laurel. Cheyenne diving for it, not able to get the secondary touch. And so the Panthers will advance to the 19th tally. Timeout by the Meadville Thunder. 11 points the difference, and we'll burn the minute. Alrighty, both teams ready to rock and roll back into game number 1 in this best of 3 series. All 3 games at 25. And we'll play on. Sanders service up and over. Down without a contestant. Panthers now lead. 19-8. 20-8. 20-8.
Should be. That's what I have.
Sanders their service up and over from the back line. Charity gets that one to the front. Sophia up in the air. Cheyenne with the tip over the netting. Beautifully played. Clean as a whistle. A lot of composure required for that play to keep on sides and not in the net. 9:20 now the score. Panthers leading. Tip past the block. Sierra caught in the net. And so the Panthers are now at 21. Lisa Armour, they're sending this one up and over into the back line. Anna, Charity. Middle attack from Sierra, diving play by Juliana. Katrina set near side. Monica able to slap this one to the back line. Pass Laurel and scores. Lisa Armour here going to serve this one up for the Panthers. 22-9 the score. Panthers leading. Service which will be by Anna. Charity, they're sending it over to the Panthers side. Monica to Katrina. Back set over to Martha. Far side attack. Gets up and over. Anna diving play into the netting. Sierra into the netting. Cheyenne into the netting as well. And that one will fall short. Panthers 2 points away from closing out this first game. Substitution Ellie Hendricks onto the front line. And Katrina Eisler onto the bench. Service by Elisa, getting that one to the back line. Anna getting a touch on that one. Laurel from the back. Cheyenne from the back line gets that one forward. Charity able to finish that one off. Coleman receives that one. Hendricks to the near side. Monica slaps this one up. Kept alive by Laurel, but that is a short-lived play, and the Panthers are now looking at match point. Is that what you have?
Yeah, I'm trying to discuss with them through text that they're wrong.
Lisa Armour, they're sending this one up and over. Laurel from the back line. Charity up into the air. Cheyenne tries to dunk it down, but not quite able to get that one past the goal line.
And that should be it.
And that should be it. We'll play another, I guess.
If the refs aren't paying attention to that.
Service by Elisa up and over in the back line. Anna able to get this to the front line. Charity off to the far side. Slapped over by Sophia. Monica to Hendricks to dump that one off back to the Thunder zone. Charity forward. Sophia off to the far side. Nice spike going off Cheyenne. Goes off Coleman out of bounds, and the Thunder have a spark here in the postgame. Service by Cheyenne up over out of bounds, and that will be the end of game number 1. Thunder 10. Panthers at 25.
26.
It's both.
Nah, it's 26. I'm right.
Okay. And so we'll take a 3-minute intermission. We'll be back after that timer has expired.
talking.
Alrighty, getting ready for game number 2. Panthers lead the series 1-0. Final score of last game, I'm not entirely sure. Should have been 9-25, but I think we're going to write it down as 10-25 or 10-26. I'm not sure. Juliana Toth with the service. Cheyenne receiving that one, turned back to the Panthers side. Monica able to get that one back over to the Calvary zone, and Georgia not having an answer to that phone call. Panthers now up 1-0. Service by Toth down the middle. Kept alive by Sierra to the front. Dumped off. Kept alive by Monica. Elisa able to get this one back near side. Monica with the attack to the back line. Sierra with the receiving touch. Looking for Georgia, but Georgia slides out of the way, hoping that Sophia would get it, but she did not. So the Panthers pick up point 2. Toth service up and over. Cheyenne finding Sophia. Charity with the sidearm completes the play. Katrina able to find his way forward. Elisa setting that one over the netting. Dumps back down. Cassandra not able to get the bump in time. A set might have been a little bit better. Nonetheless, the Thunder will make the Panthers pay for a misplaced pass. Service by Anna down the middle. Kept alive by Katrina. Elisa. Set goes near side. Monica able to slap that into the backfield. Goes off Sierra. Sierra with the secondary touch. Really the only option there. And that will fall short of the netting. Substitution is called. Emily coming onto the court and spot of Sierra in the back line. Amy Coleman service up and over. Emily getting a hand on that one. Throws this one near side, and that is out of bounds. Panthers pick up their 4th points. Amy Coleman service, received by Cheyenne. Sophia with the second. Hits the netting and will not pass go. Panthers now up 5-1. Amy Coleman service up and over. Emily on her knees getting that one forward. Cheyenne trying to get this one back into the fray, and she does so as Charity finishes off the play. Elisa, far side to Martha. Slaps this one up, goes off Cheyenne. Diving play by Sophia. Anna with the second. Finalizer by Georgia. A little out of bounds off the far side, and the Panthers will tally it up to 6. Service by Coleman into the back line. Emily getting a hand on that one. Sophia throws this far side. Cheyenne with a nice attack from the back line. Katrina getting a hand on that one. Elisa throws this one near side. Martha there with the attack. Or Monica there with the attack. Sends that one in bounds. Panthers lead by 7 here in game 2. Emily getting out to the front line. Sophia there throwing it near side. Georgia there with the attack. It's that one far side, a little too far. And that one lanes out. Panthers now lead by 7. I think I said that before, but I did the math wrong. I failed first grade. So just let that be known. Coleman service into the back line. Emily returns that back to the Panthers side. Elisa Armour looking for the dunk and not able to find it as it meets the netting and promptly the floor. Thunder substituting Laurel on for Georgia. Laurel will be the one to serve this one up. Panthers with a 6-point lead. Lets that one go. Call is out of bounds by Jacob Good. Service by Elisa Armour, near side, diving play by Charity, gets that one up towards the Panthers paint, but not able to get that one past the netting, and so the Panthers will pick up point number 10. Sarah coming back in. Looks like Emily will take a seat on the bench. Elisa service goes far side. Anna getting that one back into the fray. Katrina there dumping that one back to the Thunder zone. Set goes into the middle. Cheyenne with a nice attack. Martha. Katrina back over to Martha. Slap comes up, hits the antenna, out of bounds.
Is this still best of 3 or are we doing best of 5?
Best of 3.
Okay.
It's just, the entire tournament is just best of 3s. Even the championship game is only a best of 3.
I figure that should be best of 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, best of 7.
That'd be interesting.
How long that took.
Katrina far side to Monica. Slap comes up, over, inbounds by a handsome margin. Finding a gap between all the defensemen, and to pick that cherry right off that tree and pocket it. Panthers up 11-3 here in game 2. The Panthers lead this game as well as the series. Service by Monica, goes far side, out of bounds, hits the netting, and is returned. Cheyenne service, powerful. Monica gets that one forward. Katrina looking for the dump off, not able to get a hand on it, and that one will come up Thunder.
You want anything? No.
Cheyenne service, inbounds. You can believe that. Thunder right back in this one, 6-11.
It was far out.
No, it wasn't.
Well, that one was unfortunate. Martha DePue here serving this one up for the Panthers. 6 points the gap. Cheyenne with the receive. Charity with the set. Goes far side. Anna there with the attack. Cassandra there with a nice block. Anna there sending it back up, but sent back over by Henderson off Cheyenne and down to the floor. And the Panthers will tally the 13th point up and tack it onto the board. Service by Martha. Kept alive by Laurel to the front line. Hits the net and kept...
Interesting.
I can't read loose hand gestures. I can't read loose hand gestures because what I got from that is that was a call on the Panthers. Maybe she's calling it in favor of the Panthers. And then she signaled 21.
Yeah, I saw the 21. I'm like, wait. No 21.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
You can't signal 6 or 8 either with one
Unless
hand.
she was signaling like 1 point for the Panthers and the foul is on number 2 for the Cowboys. But I don't know.
I guess it could have been 12. Because there's a 12.
That is true.
But she wasn't on front line.
Huh?
She wasn't on the front line. Sierra service controlled by Juliana. Ellie turning near side. Cassandra there with the attack. Goes off Sierra out of bounds. And the Panthers will hit their 16th point marker. Double substitution. Katrina coming on for Ellie to play the back line. And then on the Thunder side, we have Georgia coming back on for Laurel to play the front.
I was so tired.
But they're fine.
Service up and over by Cheyenne. Not able to keep that one in bounds.
Gabe was tired.
It really like just nails it in the face.
We have 10 points between these two teams. Katrina Osler here serving it up. Serving and handing that one. Not Anna able to get that one forward. And Lisa there dumping that one off. We'll find the point for the Panthers.
Dude. If I breathe in really hard, I'm not sure if like it's still
Cheyenne
there.
getting a
Yeah.
hand
Or
on that
I'm
one.
just actually smelling this.
Set goes near
Yeah,
side.
it's
Sophia
super
there
strong. I can
attacking
smell
now.
it.
Coleman with the one arm. Gets that one to Martha. Throws this one near side. Juliana there with the sidearm. Cheyenne gets that one up and over, but returned by Armour. Diving play. Returns this to the Panther side. Cassandra here with the far side send over top the netting. Finds it short of Sierra and will hit the ground.
I wonder what happened if you stuck like 2 of them up your nose and just.
Probably pass out.
I mean, as soon as you take the next breath, it'll probably wake you up.
Let's see. They are.
Beautiful serve, or beautiful attack for
They're
Cheyenne.
basically alcohol and ammonia. Yeah, you'd
Nice.
probably pass out.
Would I wake back up with them?
Or get drunk.
I don't think it's that kind of alcohol.
I don't know. Hand sanitizer.
But it's
Dumped off by Elisa. Kept alive by Sierra. Near side Charity throwing back into the middle. Sophia there with the finalizer. Not able to get enough mustard to get that one packing. Panthers in late game 2. Have 5 points to gain to close out the series. Juliana Todd sending this one up and over. So, Cheyenne forward. Sophia off to the far side. Charity there with the attack. Is that one back line. And she'll score. And a service up over. Out of bounds, the call. Panthers pick up point number 21. Thunder at 9. Looks like Savannah's coming on. So in spot of Sophia to play the front line. Panther service. 4 points to gain to close out the series. Center service down the middle. Sierra receives that one. Savannah off to the far side. Cheyenne there with a popper. Looks for the back line. Cassandra getting a hand on that one. Monica there to return that one. Cheyenne on the front line. Throws it in the middle. Savannah over to Cheyenne once more. Sends this one down. Kept alive by Cassandra. Return. Popped right back by Georgia. Martha there returning that favor. Savannah to the back line. Hannah getting a hand on that one. Back over to Savannah. Bumps that one over top the netting. Martha. Elisa into the netting. Diving for that one. Panthers not able to come up with it. And the Thunder will tack that onto the tally board, making it their 10th. Service up and over by Georgia. Elisa sets near side. Real close to the netting. Goes off Cheyenne. Cheyenne with a bump to Savannah. Back over to Sierra with the sidearm. Completes the play. Katrina to the front line. Elisa sets near side. Nice spike by Monica. Goes off Savannah and out of bounds. The Panthers will pick up point number 22. Lisa Armour there serving this one up. Georgia to the front line. Savannah off to the far. Sierra with a nice attack, but does land out of bounds, and the Panthers will pick up point 23. Hendricks coming on to play Katrina's front line position. Lisa serving it up, goes near side, kept alive by Charity. Savannah back over to Charity. Hendricks with a nice save off the netting. Coleman there spiking that one over. Savannah there getting set up and over the netting. Martha returns the favor. Sierra there once more with it. Coleman forward. Hendricks off to the far side. Martha with the attack goes off. Cheyenne kept alive by Martha. Elisa there sending it back over to the Thunder zone. Anna forward. Strike those far sides. Cheyenne there with the attack. And she'll score. The Thunder done, but not without style. Perhaps I'll eat my words. We'll just pop off here. Savannah back onto the bench. Sophia to play the fronts. Service up over down the middle. Kept alive by Martha. Ellie back over to Martha. Slaps comes down. Kept alive by Georgia. Charity turning it far. And Cheyenne to finish off that play. Monica with the first. Juliana with the secondary. Throws it into the netting. And the Panthers not able to recover from that pass. Panthers lead by 11. Charity service up and over. Coleman getting a hand on that one. Ellie throwing near side. Martha there with the attack. Kept alive from the back line. Charity finds Sophia. Throws this one far side. Nice bump over past the block of Ellie. Ellie Hendricks near side. Monica. Nice spike, but a better dig. Sophia not able to get that finalization over the border. And so the Panthers are looking at match point now. Monica Depew sending it up and over from the back line. Georgia finds its way to Charity. That'll get that one towards the netting, but not able to get that pass over to Sophia fully. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the first series of day 2. The Panthers take this secondary game 25-12 in the series 2-0. And so we'll move into the next game, which I believe doesn't start until 10:30.
10:30, yeah.
So we got a little bit of time. We'll be back in an hour to see the Harvest and Heritage game. Thank you for tuning into the Slippery X Sports Network. I'm Gabriel Eisler here, joined with Caleb Eisler, and we will see you next time.